Hey everyone, welcome to another Coral Island video. Today we're going to be talking about the October developer update. So I'm going to be doing something a little bit different with this video. The first part of the video is going to be really short, like 30 seconds, and I'm just going to hit all the main points of this developer update. So if you don't have time to listen to the whole video, you'll be able to know the most important points. And in the second part of the video, I'm going to be going a little bit more in depth with the main points as well as giving my own opinion about it. So let's go ahead and get into this spooky and fun developer update. So for the short part of the video, I'm just going to give a summary of the developer update. So basically, bug catching is in the game. You can now upgrade your house. Coral shopping is now available where you can purchase things for your kitchen. Cooking part 1 is in the game where you'll be able to cook either by recipes or manual. We get to see the exteriors and interiors of Sockets and Pan, Salon, Community Center, and Jim's house. We have more cutscene and dialogue updates, and there's a few smaller updates where I'll talk about that later in the video. So when I say quick, it's gonna be quick. And if you wanna see GIFs and pictures of these updates, these will be in the video as well later on. That's it for the small part. Now let's go ahead and get into the longer part. So this developer update is the version 0.04 of the alpha, and it launched October 31st. So it was a cool Halloween update, and we also got a picture from, I believe, David, where Nina is flying on a broomstick with a chicken on there, and then Alice is just flying with, and then there's pumpkins all around. It's a really cool picture. It'll probably be on the thumbnail, and it's just really cool to see some of these images. I hope we are able to see some of the stuff in the actual game at some point. So next we got bug catching. Get your bug net ready. We're releasing an early work in progress bug catching system. Eventually you will donate bugs to unlock an area for them at the museum. Not ready for the alpha. In the meantime, purchase a bug net and in the beach shack and start catching. And they wanted to note that the bug models that you're seeing in these GIFs are placeholders and they're not final. There's also different types of bugs depending on the time of day, location, and seasons. And this is something that's very similar to the fishing. We do know that there's gonna be different fishes whether you're fishing in a river, lake, or ocean. If you're not a sneaking type of farmer, so like you can't really catch butterflies, don't worry, find slow bugs. Shown above is a caterpillar. It's adorable and slow, and it'll be easily catchable for you. But you're gonna have to watch out because some bugs are very fast and perceptive of human movement. Sneaking might just be necessary to catch them. And you can see in this GIF, it looks like it's some sort of beetle. When you got a little bit too close and made a slight movement, it just ran away, so you're not gonna be able to catch that. And Stairway Games did want to thank that bug catching is a reality now in Coral Island, because this was one of the first stretch goals that they unlocked at the Kickstarter back in February of 2021. So let's go ahead and go to the player house upgrade. You can now upgrade the house. In the first house upgrade, you will receive a kitchen that allows you to cook various dishes. Pay a visit to the carpenter shop and they will be able to help you upgrading the house. So the exterior of the house is something we've already seen before, but now we get to see the inside of an upgraded house. Originally, the house is probably gonna look what it looks like on the left side, so that's like the beginning house, and I think we've seen a picture of that before. But when you do upgrade it, you get a little bit more space, maybe for a living room, and then you have a really nice kitchen to the right side. Next, we got something really exciting. It's called the Coral Shopping. So here you'll find items to complete your kitchen. Check out the channel on your TV to find out what's on sale, then head over to Socket and Pan to make a purchase. New items are available for purchase every Tuesday. So in this GIF, it's a look at what the shopping flow looks like. Purchased items are installed in your kitchen. Now there is something interesting about this section. They say to head over to Socket and Pan to make purchases. So I don't know if that's the same thing as Socket Electronics. Did they rename Socket Electronics? Or is this a completely different store? Because it has Socket in the name, so I kind of think it's either related to Socket Electronics or completely something different. And for all those people that go mining like me and lose a bunch of energy, this is going to be something that's really helpful, and that's cooking part 1. In Coral Island, there are 2 ways to cook, by recipes and manual. You can simply click on any learned recipe in the recipe tab, or do it the old-fashioned way, mix and match. High risk, high return. So in this GIF, you can see the kitchen before any appliances and after a bunch like blenders, toasters, all that stuff, pots, pans. This is probably what you're gonna be buying from Sockets and Pans. And next we get a sneak peek of what the recipe and manual tabs look like. So recipes tabs are the easiest way to cook things you've already cooked before. And then the manual tab is for the adventurous mix and match utensils and ingredients, unlock recipes yourself, through trial and error. And the images above are just placeholders. They still have over a year and a half to change these. And then they wanted to note that alpha players, only the recipe section is available for the 0.04 update. So let me know in the comments which way you're going to be doing things. Are you going to do the recipe tab or are you going to do the manual tab? I'll probably stick with the recipe tab because I'm going to be mining and fishing and just adventuring the whole time. So cooking is probably not going to be one of my strong suits. And there's also vegan tacos available in the recipe tab, but I know Sarah is going to be really excited to see vegan options in these tabs. And it seems like almost every developer update we get revamped buildings, so this time we got a few exteriors and a few interiors. This month, Stairway Games wanted to showcase Sockets and Pan, the Salon, Community Center, and Jim's house. And also keep in mind that the salons, animal shelters, and clothing stores features are not ready for alpha. That said, don't let it stop you from exploring the interiors. There might be interesting notes in there. So in the first picture, you can see an exterior of Sockets and Pan and the Salon. And just going off where this is located and how it looks like they renamed Socket Electronics to Socket and Pan. And next we have the exterior of Jim's house. This is where Jim, Lily, and Theo live. And let me tell you, I love the look of this house. It really has that, you know, Jim and Theo are boaters basically, like they like to go fishing, they're really into that. So I love the look of the house. It really brings in that ship aesthetic almost, and beautiful garden outside. I mean, this is probably one of my favorite houses just because how simple it is. There's also a bonsai tree out in the front door, and that's probably Lily's. Then let's go ahead and go to the interiors, because one of the things I wasn't expecting is an animal shelter. And the animal shelter is where you'll go to adopt your pet. For all the Kickstarter backers with the pet designer tier, this is where you can meet your pet. Also worth noting that the community center is one of the largest interiors we worked on to date. So it looks like the animal shelter is going to be within the community center. So the community center has 5 rooms inside it: yoga room, White Flamingo clothing store, town hall, library, and animal shelter. And I'm excited to go into this animal shelter to adopt my first pet. I did get the Kickstarter tier, so I'm assuming this is where you're going to be getting the dragon also. Next, we got the interior of the salon where Emily and Erica work. And this is completely different from what we saw in the original Coral Island trailer. It looks a little bit more just beachy and just really nice. It's perfect aesthetic for Coral Island. There's a room in the back where you can wash your hair. Then there's the haircut place. There's a little area to just chill out and relax. And next we got Socket and Pan. So it looks like, yeah, they did combine Socket Electronics with more of like a kitchen style store. So it looks like this is where you're going to be able to buy any electronics like TVs, arcade machines, speakers, iPads, whatever you need. And then also maybe in the back there, you'll be able to purchase kitchen things. And then we have more edited dialogues and more cutscenes and more fun. I'm gonna go over this part very fast. I'll just leave the graphic of it right in the video so you can kind of pause the video and read it. But basically they reformatted and edited the dialogue for Emma, Frank Jr., Jack, Kira, Lily, and Ling. And they took out Charles's and Archie's dialogue. And then as you can see in the picture, the NPC hard cutscenes were added to all these characters. And very quickly, let's go over the other updates. So they added a work in progress town rank system so that you can check it out immediately at the community center. They're experimenting with additional simplified daytime music, experimenting with cloud shadows in the game. So now you'll be able to display player objective in the diving UI level sector. Some of the other completed exteriors now listed are the mansion and clinic. Unlock the lookout area, now accessible to the alpha players. Added a work in progress glossary section to the main UI, and they gave us a little sneak peek of what's going to be coming out next month for alpha version 0.05. You'll be able to open up the woodlands area to the alpha players, unlock farm building upgrades for barn and coop and the greenhouse, first version of the town rank system that ties the game together, new Q&A dialogue system with the NPCs, unlock questions and topics to discuss with the NPC as you get closer with them, more revamped buildings, exteriors and interiors, and much more. And looks like they left out the bug of the month, but they did post it on Twitter, so maybe they just forgot to include in this, so I'll just put the bug in the month in anyway. Alright, and with that said, this has been Red Foreman, and I'm out.